Well, I'm sure that director Thanh Vin's insight into the movie has inspired many of you. So stop by a local cinema when you get the chance to catch the film for yourselves. Now let's travel back to the capital city of Hanoi. Known to some as the martial art of love, Aikido is a purely defensive practice that originates from Japan. A Canadian sensei with 40 years of experience, Marc Keats, has sparked a passion for a particular discipline of Aikido here in Vietnam, one that focuses much more on the concept of Ki. So let's find out what exactly that is in Connecting Culture this week.
The martial art of Aikido began in the late 1920s. I, harmony, Ki, energy, and Do, the way of. A defensive discipline defined as harmonizing life energy. Aikido is performed as a way to blend with one's surrounding and the motion of one's attacker, redirecting force rather than opposing it head-on.
I imagine my life like a river. Yeah? So I jump into the river and you flow with the river. And as long as you don't turn, when you try to turn right or left and you start fighting the river, then things go wrong, right? But if you follow it, yeah, and you flow along with it, the universe will always take you someplace.
Meet Marc Keats, a sensei who has lived in Vietnam for the past 11 years and who has practiced Aikido since the age of 14. It was then that he traveled to Japan and studied under Koichi Tohei, the founder of the Aikido line, Shinshin Toitsu, or better known as Ki-Aikido.
The traditional style of Aikido, they tend to teach you technique, yes, without using your mind. But Toi Sensei felt that was not what old Sensei wanted to teach people, yeah, so he wanted to teach people first. Mind leads body in everything you do. Yes, yeah. So your work, your family life, everything, you have to put your mind or your spirit into your life, and this is the basic foundation for Shinshin Toitsu Aikido.
But what exactly is Ki? Life energy, spirit, feelings, an emotional state of mind. As Marc says, once the Ki or state of mind is fully invested or at ease, actions will then follow effectively. Marc brought his passion of Ki-Aikido to Vietnam, and the Hanoi Shinshin Toitsu Aikido Club was formed back in 2006. We're now here at the gym of the Lake Widon Secondary School, and behind me is Marc's class, which takes place weekly, and it's been going on for the past 6 to 7 years. Here the students learn about the principles of what Ki is and how to apply that to the movements in Aikido. But it isn't exactly as simple as it sounds. What is apparent from the practice routines is that Ki-Aikido puts little to no emphasis on force. Marc stresses that it is a relaxed state of mind and not intentional gathering of force that will keep your body in balance. Thao here is an 8-year practitioner and now instructor.
Môn võ Aikido thì mình thấy đó là môn võ rất là trang nhã và mình càng tập thì mình càng thấy khỏe ra, và mình càng tập thì cái độ gắn kết của mọi người nó lại càng sâu hơn. Thì mình thấy đây thực sự là một môn võ mà có thể giúp kết nối mọi người rất là tốt. Nó không có thi đấu, nó không có những cái gì có thể gây chấn thương quá nặng cho bạn tập. Chính vì thế mà mọi người ai cũng dễ dàng cởi mở với nhau.
What we practice our martial art for is to learn to stay relaxed, stay positive, have good and friendly relations with the people and the world around us, and have a positive attitude towards life. If you learn that, then you can apply that not only in a martial art, but every day. And then it becomes very worthwhile to practice.
For the club students, the benefits of training go beyond the confines of the dojo or martial arts school.
Mình cảm thấy mình sẽ thấy tự tin hơn mà đi vào những cái trường hợp mà nhiều khi là rất hồi hộp, nhưng mà khi mà mình nghĩ đến Ki thì mình sẽ cảm thấy mình sẽ thả lỏng hơn, và khi mà tiếp xúc với mọi người thì mình cũng sẽ hòa hợp với mọi người hơn, thân thiện hơn. Đấy là những cái điều rất đơn giản mà Ki-Aikido đã dạy cho mình.
In his lifelong career of training Ki-Aikido, Marc says he has actually only used the martial art in real life twice. Yet the principles of mind training have proved invaluable to shape the person that he has become.
Ki is the most important thing in my life, in my work. How to work with your family. Yeah, so I think Ki principles actually do very well in Vietnam, because family is important. Family dynamics, yeah, very important. I think that's what I want the students to, when they leave the door. Yeah, is not to think about throwing somebody, but how to get along with the people they're living with. Yeah, how to improve their life so they can achieve their goals. Yeah, and to have a better life. That's all. Yeah.
Unlike other forms of martial arts and even the traditional line of Aikido, Shinshin Toisu Aikido goes beyond defensive moves or fighting techniques. For Keats Sensei, it is not just a martial art, but a way of life. Thuy Vietnam Television, Hanoi.
So the Aikido movement has just wrapped up today's Culture Mosaic. I hope that you have enjoyed the show so far. And please feel free to contact us at culturemosaic@vtv.vn with any comments and suggestions you may have, or to tell us about any culture events you've been to with your own videos. You can watch repeats of our program online at vtv4.vn. And thank you so much for watching, and see you again next week. Goodbye for now.